What's up YouTube? Scott Skynet Tradition back with a final video in my year in review series. This is part 3. Hope you guys all had a great New Year's. Today is January 1st, 2020, and hope you guys all have a great year and had a great end of the year last night. Um, and yeah, let's get into it. We're going to go through my final video here. We're going to pretty much go through the last couple months of pickups that I've had and kind of talk about each of the cards that I picked up over that time period. So here we have a 77 touchdown club Cecil Isbell. This is back in July. We're starting with July. If you want to see the previous month's pickups, you can go check out part 1 and part 2 of this video series, the last 2 videos that I made. So we have a Cecil Isbell touchdown club. This is his card used for the Packers Team Hall of Fame set. I only had this in a PSA 6, and luckily enough, in July, one of these actually came available, which is amazing because you never see these cards actually graded. The only time you see them is raw, and they're usually part of a set. Nobody really ever sells singles of these. So the fact that I actually found one graded was just, and it was for a pretty normal price too. So I had to jump on it. You can take a look at the back there. This is just a sneaky hard card to get for that Team Hall of Fame set, because most of these touchdown club cards were actually sent out and signed by the player. And so in some cases, they're actually easier to find autographed, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, I was really happy to get that one. I obviously didn't add a whole lot to the Team Hall of Fame, Packers Team Hall of Fame PSA registry this year, just because there's not that much available. Like if I look right now, there is 0 upgrades that I can make to the set, so there's just nothing available. Here we go. Another card I picked up back in July. This is a 57 Topps Dave Hanner. Beautiful card right there, and graded an 8. And this goes to the Packers Team 57 Topps set that I'm working on. Again, if you paid attention to my last couple videos, I only have 3 cards left to go for that. It's just been a little bit slow going, unfortunately, due to those last couple cards that I need are extremely high priced and they're sort of common cards. So the players aren't that well known, but it's just due to rarity of the card and the grade of an 8. So was happy to get that one though back in July. And then if you look at the card I have right there, that is a card that I picked up at the National Convention, where they actually took your photo and superimposed it on a, in this case, the Honus Wagner card, but you actually had a few other options you could have picked. And I was at the National in line with B-Roth 6, Maxa Jackson, and Rated Rookie Josh. And we all got these done around the same time. So that's just a fun memory for me in the National. And by far, really, despite all the pickups, I mean, that was, as others have mentioned, really the highlight of the entire year for me was getting to meet everybody at the National. So super awesome. And then let's go through the 4 cards I actually picked up in the National. These were picked up, end of July, early August. You got the O.J. Simpson rookie card. This goes to the top 250 in the hobby set. So was happy to get that one. And I picked this one up with a card I actually had pulled at a card shop earlier this year. It was a Saquon Barkley. I traded it for this card here and about 150 in cash. So was happy to, I guess, be able to get rid of a card that I didn't really collect and was able to add a card that I actually wanted for the set. So also at the National Convention, picked up the Tiger Woods rookie. This one goes to the top 250 set as well. Picked this one up with Josh, Rated Rookie. We each picked up one and ended up getting a pretty decent deal on the package of 2 of them. Those are just going to keep falling down. So we'll put Tiger right there. And then 2 of my bigger pickups at the National was this Bobby Jones 33 Sport Kings golf card. This is not his rookie card, but this is his more well-known card. And it's just a beauty. Look at that. There is a small crease right there. That's about the only thing that detracts from it. But I mean, the colors, the centering, everything else about this card is just, I just love. This is the kind of stuff that I look for. And this was a card that I did not plan on getting at the National, but certainly saw it and just had to have it. And I just love that 33 Sport King set. Just amazing. And here was the main card I was targeting at the National, the T206 Tris speaker. This is a Piedmont back 350, and just a beautiful looking card there. Great color. There is a A little bit of crease right there, which contributes to that 2.5 grade. But other than that, I mean, the centering's great. Just take a closer look at it. Centering beautiful, the color outstanding. Not really any like paper loss or anything like that. And the crease is not over the face area, so really, really was happy with that. And just put speaker right there for now. So those are the 4 main pickups I got at the National. Picked up some other stuff like some wax boxes and things like that, but I'm not going to get into what I got with that. And then came August. So right after the National, I did not go crazy at the National. I only bought those few things that you see. So what that did was it allowed me a bunch more money in my pocket to actually pick up a bunch of stuff after the National, which was amazing, some of the stuff that I found. First, I was able to grab this Jerry Rice rookie back in August, and this is an 8.5. Usually get these for a pretty good deal, about 80 or 90 bucks, I want to say. And then if you're going to go up to a 9, you're all of a sudden starting to pay like 350, 400. At least that's what it was at the time. I'm not sure what they're going for now, but was happy to grab the Jerry rookie card. And then I grabbed a couple of modern rookies. We got the Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald. Both of these guys have won the last 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and I figured it was a good time to grab each one of those cards. Got them each in a 10, and was happy to get them. These are relatively cheap pickups, $20, $30 range for each of them. And I'm a huge defensive player kind of guy, so was happy to grab those. And then we picked up some absolute monsters. This was by far in late August was when I nabbed some cards that I never thought that I would ever own, but I just decided to grab them. The first one is this one, the J.J. Watt Future Watch. Apparently he's actually coming back to play for the Texans in the playoffs. But this card here, only numbered out of 35. This is the gold, I believe. You can see right there, the gold autograph version. Numbered out of 35, 9.510 Beckett. Just had my eye on this card for, a number of years. And finally found one for a fair price and pulled the trigger on it in late August. So I'll set that here. So if you guys don't end up blowing your wads at the National convention, there's usually a fair amount of good deals to be found like after the National. At least that's what I found on eBay this year. So I was able to get that one, which is a huge card for the collection. And then in the Tobacco Row Facebook group, there was a gentleman that I know that was kind of moving a few things in his collection, kind of refocusing things. And a couple of the cards he had were cards that I've had my eye on since I first got back in collecting. And let's take a look at them. Check that out. The 33 Sport Kings Gum, Red Grange, and Jim Thorpe rookie cards. These both go to the top 250 in the hobby set, although these are SGC graded, so I can't really add them to the PSA version of the set. But, I mean, for the centering, for the appearance of them, I mean, and for the price I got them for, I just had to do it. I didn't wake up that day thinking I was going to have these. You can see a little bit of paper loss on the back there on the Jim Thorpe, which brings it down to that 1.5 grade. But look at the front. I mean, look at that presentation. Just outstanding. You just can't beat that. These are the cards that I really love to have in my collection, ones that present that well. And here's the Grange again. This one's a little bit better grade at 3.5. Again, the centering is amazing. Good color. Take a look at the back there. Looks great. So, I mean, yeah, to get those 2 cards, and yeah, you can see the 3 Gaudy Gum cards, the Sport Kings cards right beside each other here. Just super happy with those pickups. And then the biggest pickup of the year, financial-wise, came in August, and that was this card here. The 05 Topps Chrome Aaron Rodgers Black Refractor rookie card. So now these guys are numbered out of 100. This is 99 out of 100. And there actually are no 10s graded, believe it or not, so as far as the blacks go. So a 9 is as good as you're going to do. And these don't come available very often. There was a seller who was selling, I think, 2 or 3 of them, possibly thinking that, he's going to leave out on top with Rodgers. But if Rodgers, gets another Super Bowl, which who knows with this year in the NFL, I mean, really it's anybody's game. The Packers have been just kind of squeaking by, but you never know. I don't think it's really going to go down too much in price, but it certainly has room left on top, in my opinion. But this is kind of a creme de la creme of Rogers rookie cards if you're going to have one. And I did not think I was going to add this year, but you know, it just felt right and made the move. And sometimes you got to do that. You got to trust your gut. And so that's what I did. And so we're going to take myself out of that and put the Rogers up in the back. Because this card is just, it's a kind of collect card that's a centerpiece of your collection, essentially. So I'm super happy with the Rogers. You can see some of that shine back there now. So needless to say, after picking up the Grange, the Thorpe, and the Rogers, and the Watt, and all that stuff, September was a little bit light for me. I actually only picked up one card all month of September, which was this one, which is a pretty cool card. It's numbered out of 35. These are the cleat combos cards out of Absolute this year. You can see a little bit of dirty cleat on the Reggie, and these are game-worn cleats. I have this in this kind of big magnetic. I don't know what else to do with it. But, yeah, I mean, this is just an example of a card done right. I mean, game-used cleats, Reggie White, Brett Favre. If you're a Packer collector, you just cannot go wrong with that card. Just super cool. Set that up over there for now. And then for the rest of the year, starting in October and November, just kind of picked up some smaller dollar cards, I guess, and some investment type pieces, and tried to do things a little bit differently. Definitely all my high dollar stuff was in August and September, if I feel like. Here is a Russell Wilson rookie card. Picked that up, and he's actually having a great year. I felt like it was time to pick this up. The price on this has already gone up, $50 to $75 compared to what I got it for. So I think I picked it up at the right time. And thanks to Mike, Baseball Collector, for actually helping me pick up this card. We had a bet on the Packers-Cowboys game that the Packers won earlier this year. So that contributed for sure to that card pickup. Picked up the Melvin Gordon rookie card for the Chargers. Didn't really have the greatest of year, but being a former Badger, you can get these real cheap, like $10 to $15 range. Travis Kelce pickup. This is a guilty pleasure fantasy football. He was on my team this year and finished third in my league, and Kelce was a big part of it. And so I had to pick up him with that awesome image right there. Pretty funny. Travis Kelce. Got a Jay Humphries card. This is for the all-time Buck set on the registry. Again, only have one card left in that set. So got that in a PSA 9. Got the Ben Sheets rookie for the Brewers in the grade of a 9. I've been holding out on a 10 forever, but a 9 this card was like $5, so I just couldn't say no. And that's going to be the set holder until I can actually find a 10. Here is a not Frank Winters. He'd be a center for the Packers. This is Brian Winters, 75 tops rookie for the Bucks. And check that out. Only in the grade of a 7, but that's pretty much all I can find graded. There's just not a ton out there that are graded, so that'll be a placeholder for now. That's a pretty cheap pickup as well. Then I picked up the 78 tops Jack Sikma rookie. This goes to the all-time Buck set as well, and great looking PSA 8 right there. And prices have really shot up on this card since he made the NBA Hall of Fame last year. So I was happy to add the Jack Sikma. And Marcus Johnson rookie, 78 tops for the Bucks. Pick that up, and he's a completely underrated player. He has a chance of being an NBA Hall of Famer as well. So heavy on the registry sets with just some pickups that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And then in November, I really went heavy, if you remember, on one guy, and that guy was Malcolm Brogdon. And here's a silver rookie in the grade of a 10. Here's another silver rookie in the grade of a 10. Here's an optic checkerboard, which I think are just beautiful cards, in the grade of a 10. And here we have another silver rookie in the 9.5. And here we have a Starburst variety rookie for Prism in the grade of a 9.5 BGS. So, yeah, super happy with all of those pickups. I think that Brogdon's going to continue to grow as a player, and I think those cards will eventually take off, so I guess we'll find out. I wanted to grab a couple now while they're still relatively cheap. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed all the recap videos, pickups for the year. It was a hell of a year, as you can see, not only from a collection standpoint, but from a community standpoint and getting to meet everybody. And just a couple extra throw-ins. I mean, I want to thank Dave Blue Jacket 66 for the Vince Lombardi care package check he sent to me, which was just crazy. And also want to thank Mark Fu 3112 for the Joe Montana autographed photo that he sent me, which is pretty crazy as well, all framed up. And anybody else that sent me a care package as well this year, you guys know that's not why I do the channel, but just the fact that you care enough to send it my way, and you know what I collect, what I like. I certainly couldn't be more appreciative of that. So I thank you. If you guys want to see any of those videos about the different care packages that came my way this year, there is a video about 5 or 6, 7 videos back where I kind of went through all my care packages in the community that I got this year. So just outstanding and amazing generosity in this community. Also want to thank Phil Filmington, who gave me a shout out in his year-end video, and I actually gained about 15 or so, or even a little more subscribers since then. So apparently Phil has some influence in. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy the content, and happy to have you here. And you know, I think if you watch the last 3 videos, you don't have to watch any more pretty much for my channel of the year, because it's pretty much everything that I picked up. And you kind of will be able to get grasp what my channel is all about from those videos for sure. So again, thanks to everybody. In the background, you can see the Wisconsin Badgers, Vince Beagle with the axe from the Axe game in Minnesota a few years back. The Rose Bowl is coming up in about an hour, so I'm going to be tuning in on that, rooting for Wisconsin. And go Badgers, go Bucky, and hopefully you guys all have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Hope 2020 is great to you.